Good morning. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are doing well and that you're happy. You've been just, woke up. What are you grateful for? Each other, your children. Lots of hugs and kisses and just living, and watching very little YouTube. You only watch my channel and a few select ones, and that's it. You need to sort of cleanse yourselves from all of this for a little bit. Just unplug, but you can't unplug mine, okay? Because I have very important messages for you, okay? Now, Harry, I need you to do something, my darling. I need you, if you haven't already done so, to send a letter to your dad or an email or a note, whatever. You must communicate with your father or maybe call him, however best you know him best. How do you contact your dad? And you need to tell him that you will see him after the coronation. Okay, this is the message. You will see him after the coronation. And he needs to know that you love him very much and that this has nothing to do with anything other than, you just think it's better for him, for you, for your wife, for everybody concerned, that you guys meet in private after the frenzy of the coronation, because you don't, first of all, want to be a distraction, but not only that, you just would prefer, you and your wife, to do this privately and quietly and not at the coronation. Okay, you would prefer to have that meeting and talk. This is the message, and it's very important. If you don't do it, Harry, it's up to you, but then I can't help you, darling. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, right? So you have to listen to Marion. I'm sorry, but you have to listen to Marion. You have to, because I'm taking my messages from a different source. Okay? Now, you have to contact your dad and you have to do it yesterday. It needs to be ASAP. And the thing is, I read yesterday in Omid Scobie's piece that you have not yet been invited. If that is indeed true, I'm really surprised. But if it's true, it's great, because then it means that you can take control, right? You can take control. You do not have to be controlled. You can take control. Tu comprends ça ou quoi, Harry? Right? And what that means is you stop waiting around for an invite and you say how you are going to do it. You tell your dad that you will not come to the coronation. Don't even mention invite or no invite. Don't even say the word invite. Okay? That you will see him at his earliest convenience after the coronation, right? And once you have informed him privately, then you issue a public statement. This is the last public statement until May or June. Okay? And this statement will be very carefully written and carefully crafted by your professional people who handle your, by your spokesperson, whoever these people are, that you and your family are taking a sabbatical. You're clearly taking a sabbatical. Everybody can see it. But now you officialize it and you say it so that they stop speculating about whether or not you're coming to the coronation. You're taking a sabbatical. You will not be at the coronation. You will be meeting privately with your father. Period. Full stop. End. No more information. Okay? And then you and your wife, I mean, I think you can be private in Montecito, but if you want to go someplace else, even more private and secluded and secret, I think it's better, where you will not be seen until you want to be seen, whenever that is. I think not until after the coronation. And you issue no more statements. You issue no more statements. I don't care what they say. And they are going to say a lot. And if there are things that they say which are reputationally damaging, you will deal with it, but you don't have to tell them, right? You will begin your proceedings after your sabbatical. Don't say another word. Do you understand me? Do you copy? If you don't do what I tell you, you're going to lose this battle. Okay? This is a war comprised of many battles. Okay? You win the battle, lose the war. You win the battle, win the war. It's going to be down to your strategy, right? Either outcome is possible. With this particular coronation battle, I am telling you that what you have to do is preempt your dad, preempt the press. You take control now. You should have done that already. And you say you're going to sit it out because you should not go. You should not go to this coronation, Harry. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like I'm your mother, but this is it. You can't go. You shouldn't go. You must not go. But you must let your father know, and this is very, 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 very important, that you love him. And this is not about him, right? This is a decision that you think is in the best interest of your family and everybody concerned. Harry, please, my God. If you're not listening and Megan's not listening, I'm going to put this on Tyler Perry's, whatever it is, YouTube, whatever it is, I'm going to link because you need to get this message, okay? And then you need to be out of sight, out of mind. You're already out of sight. You're not out of mind. And no, going to a hideaway isn't going to put you out of their mind. They are obsessed. Don't be surprised if they, the next thing becomes the hunt for where are they, right? Okay. But if you select the place really carefully, they can't reach you. In France, they can't do this kind of nonsense with the paparazzi. I mean, I guess they do in some instances, but it's against the law. It is against the law. Speaking of France, I found another chateau. Let's talk chateau. I know I'm not a very good saleswoman with these chateaus. This one is in the Var, Chateau Var. It's in the Var. And it's near Provence, in the south. It's near Amal Clooney and George Clooney's place. They have like a chateau in the Var. So it's not the sexiest of chateaus, and only 4 photos, which to me is just ridiculous. But what a beautiful dining room where you can have dinner. And sure, of course, you invite me. I'm coming to dinner one night, right? Because I can do dinner. I can drive down from Paris. Not drive, I don't drive. I'll take the train. And just, have dinner. And I promise I will not put it on YouTube. But there's this in the Var, okay? It's ready to go, right? And how much does this cost? Let's look at this. This one costs, they don't say. Oh, those bastards did not say. Sorry. So it's in the heart of Provence, au cours de la Provence, proche Côte d'Azur, near the French Riviera en position dominante, in a dominant position, château à l'histoire prestigieuse, soigneusement restauré par son propriétaire. So it's been carefully restored by the owner, bénéficiant d'une parc de 16 hectares avec jardin à la française, piscine, carrière pour chevaux et héliport. C'est 5000 mètres carrés répartis sur 3 niveaux. Plus dépendance permettent d'accueillir, I don't know if that's correct, de multiples projets pour prolonger l'histoire de ce lieu unique, classé monument historique. Okay. Oh, my accent is atrocious. Okay, so in the heart of Provence, near the French Riviera, in the dominant position, this chateau has a prestigious history, and it has been carefully restored by its owner, and it is the beneficiary of a park. It's 16 hectares. Hectares. I don't know how much that. It's like sounds like a lot, but I don't know. Hectare. What ça veut dire quoi? I don't know. With a garden. It has like a French garden. It has a swimming pool. It has a place for the horses, and it has a heliport, so you can have a helicopter. Although I don't want you doing any helicopters, Harry. Just don't. Any high risk activity. Just don't do any of that for now, please. Um, so this chateau is 5,000 mètres carrés. It's big. And réparti sur trois niveaux. It's spread over 3 levels. And it also has dépendance, so the little houses outside. It has that also. And it allows for the accommodation of many projects to prolong or maybe extend the history of this unique place that has been classified as a historic monument. So it sounds pretty good to me, huh? Then there's this. There's this one, Chateau Melau. This one, I looked at the map. It's here. Melau is right here. So it's near Toulouse, Montpellier, Toussaint, not too far from Marseille, or not too far from the coast. And also you have Bordeaux just here. So it's a nice position, right? This one. And it is they're billing it, they're marketing it as a place where you can have weddings. You know how I had this idea for you guys to do some wedding stuff, like some interesting property that you can do weddings. So this one is very fairy tale, obviously. Look at the land. Look at the landscape on this. Oh my God, can you see the landscape on this thing? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What's up here? This is like the backyard. It's unbelievable. It's a little bit over €1 million, which is not a lot of money. I mean, Harry, that's a drop in a hat. You got 20 million for your book. This is about investing for the long term and buying things that are income producing real estate, right? Income producing real estate, not real estate that's just going to sit there forever and gather dust and that you can't resell. You get something like this, you put yourself and Megan into it, it becomes valuable immediately, right? You focus on, this thing with what you call it, this stupid what do you call that thing, that cartoon that everybody's talking about as being so decisive in your life and dropping in the polls. I mean, first of all, anybody who's watching this kind of stuff is, with all due respect, I mean, it's a little bit pea-brained, isn't it? It's so small-brained. Seriously, like people are watching that, and that's like the authority on these people's opinions. You form your opinions about life and somebody's life and your society based on something like this. Are you serious? It's like giving me wrinkles just talking about it. My face is contorting. I've never watched this. I want to talk about ideas. I mean, I want to talk about your future, and I want to talk about what are you going to do to invest and to create your empire and then to help others, right? Because that's a part of it. You're going to do it in a controlled way. I don't want you just like throwing millions of dollars here and millions of dollars there. You're just going to be controlled. But I want to talk about ideas. Look at this place, right? This is another chateau. It's in Millau, and Millau is like I said, it's down here, right? Where the heck is the VAR relative to this? I don't know. The VAR is somewhere in the center, like not the center, but towards the VAR is maybe somewhere up here, no? Like somewhere, where is this? This is here. I don't want to say, but I'm thinking the VAR is somewhere like around this area, the other chateau I just showed you. Um, but don't quote me, right? But this chateau is right here, the Chateau Melau. Look at this place, okay? This is what you need to be thinking about. You need to get away. You need to contact your dad. You need to do as I say, Harry. If you do what I say, you're going to win. You don't do what I say, you're going to be Hillary. Hillary didn't listen.